Okay, hey, hi, welcome. So here we are at the Walton Life Rooms, and we're doing our first panel podcast, and I figured I'd join our gentleman here just to give us a sense of how to moderate a podcast and everything, and I left them alone for too long, and we have a subject that we're not sure how it's going to go. So we're going to talk about the education system, but we're actually going to look at what I think is interesting is we represent three different areas of the education system. So first of all, my name is Chase Johnson Lynch. Welcome to this podcast on education. And I'm joined here by Steve.
Yep, Steve Haddock.
Right, okay, so Steve represents the old school of English education. And then I'm also joined here by Michael.
Michael Knox.
Michael Knox, who represents the new school of English education. Yeah. See, look at that, right? We're in the hood. So I represent the Americans who don't know anything about education. So anyway, so you guys had a little conversation about the education system where you were talking about how it was for you and everything. And I thought what was interesting about this topic was the fact that, throughout the years, it's changed over time. You know what I mean? So pretty much like when you were growing up in your school system, we're not having to name your school because we don't know what went on, right? You can tell me, how was the education system for you in the structure, like growing up in it?
No, it's awful. It's like, well, first of all, like if you had any problems, you had no one to help you. So it's like my brother's got Asperger's, you had no one to help him.
Exactly.
So his school, he got like all bloody E's and D's and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, it's terrible. I mean, because the SEN has only been about 2 years now, hasn't it?
Sorry?
SEN has only been in the thought pattern for about like 2 years now. Special education.
I'll take.
Well, no. My son has Asperger's, so it's only been like they started out calling it autism awareness, then they call it the spectrum, and it's like now what it is that when I was growing up in school, like if you were fidgety, the teachers would start calling your names.
Yeah.
Forget about the other kids, right?
Yeah.
You know that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Fidget, would you stop fidgeting? Right? And it's like, whoa. And then all of a sudden, I'm going to be like, oh, I'm Mr. Fidget then. That's who I am, right? And it's like, I take it on board. And it's like, you wanted to talk about bullying. It started with the teachers, though, right? Did that experience happen?
Yes, well, I've had it, for instance, playing basketball. If I drop the ball while it was
Fumble toes?
Yeah, I had it thrown in my face, full whack in my face. You wouldn't
by the teacher or by
the teacher?
Isn't that bad? I mean, seriously, that is terrible. I mean, we're talking not even an archaic system, but the teachers was all about tough love, weren't they?
Tough love, no love.
Well, too much love. Sometimes I went to a Catholic school. What about you? What about you, Michael?
Well, I went to the school. I was like racist and that.
Oh man. I'm your brother. I'm your mate. Go ahead.
And it was mad because I wanted to learn and stuff, but it was a religious school as well, and I did get brought up to be Christian. You know what I mean? I was like, I
went to a Roman Catholic school. And I know what you're talking about.
You're trying your hardest to learn and stuff, but you just I don't know, you just want to be all horrible with you and favoritism and stuff like that. Like there was this one time, some lad, it was a wet break. It was, remember Pogs?
No.
I can remember those
Pogs. Yeah. So I'm playing Pogs with him anyway. This kid.
Oh, those balls.
Yeah, and he's like one of the hardest lads in the school. So I whacked him and I beat him, yeah. And then he's like, nah, give me my things back, yeah. And then he went blah 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 and bomb, yeah. And I thought, yeah. And he I ripped him back, and then he started throwing punches at me. The teacher was watching me get it. And I looked at it to see if she'd stop it, and she never stopped it. So I went to him, bam, whacked him with this stick, and he was just cut his eye open, and then the teacher stopped it. Only because I hit him. Now if I never did anything, you know what I mean? So it was all favoritism. And
wait a minute. First of all, we have to advocate, hey, violence is bad, okay? But still, I mean, I understand what you're saying. I mean, it still was something that came at you, but it's also the teacher's responsibility to intervene. Yeah. I mean, did you find that happened a lot for you as well? That teachers were slow on the uptake.
Not what if I did something wrong, but But I do find something on that subject of racism. Obviously, I didn't suffer it, but I know, for instance, one teacher certainly was racist, and anyone of a different ethnicity, he would. They seem to be in trouble all the time. Yeah. Well, it's at least one. Only one that I'd seen directly.
Yeah.
But no, the teachers in my school were quite strict.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. See, I'm actually a teacher, so I mean, like, I find it like difficult to hear some of those stories because usually when I go in, I like to feel like I'm a man of walking diversity. You know, as a Black American, like, I got the kids' attention always. But then the deal is that teachers are always trying to warn me about that bad kid in the back, you know, or that other kid. And then when I'm in the class, they're the nicest kids.
Yeah.
You know, it's so it's usually, I think that when you talk about education, I think there's a problem with the teachers that are, you know, like in the system. You know, I mean, you know, you got a lot of kids, you got a lot of problems to deal with. But I think when they didn't understand that these kids can't control themselves when you're talking about the autistic spectrum, you know, this didn't just appear out of nowhere today. Right, just like what you're saying about your brother and everything. It's always been here. They just didn't classify it.
Do you know what's mad yet? The way, like, they're saying he's a bad kid to you, but then you don't see it. So isn't that the teacher? That's bad.
Yeah, because the teacher is also treating that bad kid badly.
Yeah, exactly. Now, if you're not seeing that the kid's a bad kid, and they're seeing he's a bad kid, then that must mean that something wrong with them.
No, that's exactly what I'm trying to say. Is that the name calling that we suffer in schools? Most of the time, they start from the teachers.
Yeah.
You know, the teachers already nickname you. Like, all right, I do nicknames, but I don't do bad nicknames. Yeah. You know, I like, you know what I mean? I'll call a kid Giggles because he laughs or something like that. You know what I mean? But I'm talking about Mr. Fidget. You know, or that rough one there and everything. It's like when the teacher, because kids respect their teachers, that's what they're taught. Yeah. You know, and when the teacher's name calling you from jump, then the other kids pick up on it. Yeah. You know, so when you're in the schoolyard, I mean, they're calling you the same name that the teacher is. I mean, did you find that to be the case?
Yeah. Like, do you know the funny thing? If you respect somebody, and then they bring you down and destroy your self-esteem and everything, then you're wounded, aren't you? Because
all you want to do is fight, right? All you want to do is fight. It's because, like, oh, wait a minute, no, you're coming against me, so I'm going to be aggressive against you because nobody is aggressive against me.
It's like
right?
Your dad, it's like your dad. Like you look like I am.
Don't go into that. That's a whole other story.
Some people love the dads, but imagine the dads would have loved them to be wounded, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah, of course,
like
but that's what I mean.
Give someone that love and respect, and
my dad was physically abusive sometimes towards me, but it brought respect to me now. It's like I'm not against. I got a clip around the ear or something. Yeah. If I was naughty, I got a clip, but it's brought me to be respectful to others. So
and that's our generation.
But then there's some that would just beat the absolute living crap out of
Well, exactly. Some will go over the wall. No, I mean, that's our generation where it's like, you know, you're coming from the flip in the ear or the switch or anything like that, and it stops you from doing things. But the problem is when you're in school and the teachers can't do that. Yeah. They'll name call. You know, or like, I don't know if it was in your school, but I went to Catholic school, so if you were in trouble, you go to the principal, and the principal had one of them sticks that wrapped the tape. Yeah. Did you ever experience that?
Ruler, though. I had the ruler.
Oh, you know what's funny? I got a funny story about the ruler. So kids being naughty, right? We're on a school trip, and then we come back, right, and the teacher lines us up, right, and then she's whacking everybody with the ruler, right, and then so a couple of us know, yo, put Herman in front of us, right? One of them hard kids, right? Yeah. So put Herman in front of us, right? She whacked Herman and the stick breaks. And so the rest of us behind him don't get whipped. You know what I mean? You know? But I'm just saying, but it is that thing. It's like, you know, but that was our time. That's not the time now. You know, and hopefully we're learning from it, but, you know, we still get the form of bullying by the other kids, like what you're talking about, or the form of racial abuse or even emotional abuse. You know, so it's not just racism. We get all these different levels of abuse in schools because it represents society, doesn't it? Yeah. The world we live in.
I mean, but if they're teachers and they're teaching us the wrong way, like if they're teachers, aren't they? So whatever they do, as kids, we look up to them or
exactly.
Our families.
You're supposed to. That's what you're told.
Because we're with them more than our families as kids.
Exactly.
I was going to say that. I was waiting for you to finish. I was going to say exactly the same thing.
I'll let you finish.
You're there more time than you are with seeing your parents.
Actually, and some of the problem with that is the fact that like, you know, your kids don't even actually listen to you at home sometimes because it's like, oh, well, you're not Mr. Wilkins or you're not Miss Sims. And Miss Sims told me to do something. Because they have that orchestral fear, right?
If I said that
and
to
I'm
me
like,
dad,
hey, come on.
the belts would come off if I said,
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not supposed to pull the belts anymore.
Do you know what's mad? Yeah, like when I every school I was in, yeah, every school I was in, do you know when when a teacher, yeah, when a teacher was nice to you, like get on this, every class I was in, I argued or got called the class clown or got treated bad by teachers, yeah. But my French teacher, every time you said something right in French, he'd go, oui d'accord, or something like that, and you'd be like...
or I had a female French teacher, so it was much better when she said, oui d'accord.
But you know when you do that, though, you know when you, what's it called? They give you, like, oh, you were good, like, or what you did. You work harder.
You work harder when you actually appreciate it.
I was better at that class than I was every other class.
You know, first of all, I gotta say, guys, you know, like, time has gotten away from us.
Yeah.
Totally enjoyed this conversation.
Yeah.
If only that timekeeper would have gave us a sense that the time was running down. But anyway, he did not. But hold on, I don't know what you're shaking my hand for, but I would like to say, I would like to thank you, Michael, if you want to do it that way. I would like to thank you, G. I'd like to thank you, the audience, for joining us here with this very interesting topic. You have thoughts, I'm pretty sure you do, about how the education system is, how teachers are, and all that. Hope you enjoy watching us here at the Walton Life Rooms on education. Who knew? Thank you very much.